So if you ever get a call or a demand from individuals, put it in law, but individuals such as Brendan Hill or Genevieve Hill, who, mind you, are genocidists, they are mass murderers. They're into hiding genetic origins and trying to harness someone else's, among other things. But beyond that level of repugnance, if they ever demand anything financial from you, of any kind, or your presence of any kind, do not deal with them without some type of high level soldier or soldiers present that you trust, that you know. You know what I mean? Don't get on the phone with them, since they are duly embedded with terrorists that don't all have government backing. Let's just put it that way. But they're good at weaponization. Genevieve Hill and Brendan Hill. So, don't die on the phone talking to them. Don't die using the computer or answering an email. Don't die in public and have your existence flushed out of you, because they know how to do that too with devices. And really, to substantiate that in a financial and legal way, is that they have no say. They have no real protocol, and their only take on trying to get involved with the business is the fact that Mattel put in $1 trillion in escrow. But really, at the end of the day, $1 trillion in escrow that Mattel deposited, that was an illegal action. That was illegal. And he didn't have any real legal stance to be able to deposit anything. So he did that on his own accord. And I think that beyond that, my production and my creation of the corporations is why the deposit existed, that he wanted to. But the sales are self-made, they're self-owned. And self-made sales that are a product of intellectual acumen is not really going to be um, it's not going to be um, disguised behind what Brendan and Genevieve Hill thinks are their own honor. Does that make sense? So, you can't have input on a corporation when you don't have input. You have no input, Brendan. Does that make sense, Genevieve? You have no input beyond prostitution with people that I do not know. Okay, because the corporation, I Am God Code Corporation, that's my concept, it's my work, it's my intellectual property. It has nothing to do with you. And $1 trillion in escrow doesn't give you ownership just because Mattel had the nerve to do that. It doesn't give you ownership. And beyond that, because you are hellbounding several times publicly, because you are hellbounding publicly in front of men of prominence, including in the U.S. military and executives at Caliburn International who are nuke operators, I will focus on evading the gate of hell and not trying to steal a corporation with whoredom and fast retorts that are idiotic. As for Brendan Hill and Shantae Worleen Carter, I would not try to acquiesce a corporation that I didn't conceptualize, that I didn't produce, that I didn't develop. I wouldn't try to steal it by or with brute force or with threats by the fact that you believe you are King Osama bin Laden's 2 billion quote unquote Muslims, or whoever they think they are, or whoever that is, whether they're Jewish or whether they're black or white or Chinese or whatever they are. Does that make sense? So please stop the shenanigans, because you have zero input. And as already acknowledged, I'm over 97% in the corporation. So $1 trillion in escrow that wasn't announced means nothing. And based on you tasting the fires of hell in front of prominent white men that you need to allure, please focus on evading the gate of hell. Why don't you do that? Thank you for watching. This is Aether Sayana Bivona Zgr, daughter of John Cusack. Not really. Yeah, I do. Yeah.